today's society, we often hear the well-intentioned advice that we should be kind and prioritize the needs of others over our own. However, there seems to be a notable absence of warnings about the potential dangers of being excessively kind and caring. In a world where reciprocity is not always guaranteed, the act of giving, while noble, can have repercussions that extend beyond mere emotional and financial exhaustion. It could, in fact, pose risks to our own lives. As we navigate through a world filled with generous individuals, it becomes apparent that the act of giving can be a double-edged sword. The altruistic nature of some people often leads them to deplete themselves, both financially and emotionally. This prompts us to question whether being too kind might inadvertently jeopardize our well-being. To shed light on this matter, let's explore 8 potential negative consequences that may befall those who embody excessive kindness. Furthermore, I will elucidate 4 robust strategies aimed at safeguarding oneself from the pitfalls of undue generosity. Beginning with the first concern, it's essential to acknowledge the peril of having excessively high expectations for people. Drawing from Stoic philosophy, which advocates accepting things as they are and not depending on others for our happiness, it becomes evident that giving without expecting too much in return is a practice rooted in emotional detachment. This detachment, in turn, contributes to a calmer state of mind, shielding us from the disappointments that may arise when our expectations aren't met. Despite our best intentions, a closer look reveals that expecting others to reciprocate in kind may lead to disillusionment. Stoics emphasize that real worth comes from acting in a manner that is both good and logical, rather than conforming to external expectations. The importance of moderation and balanced giving is underscored, acting as a safeguard against the development of habits that could detrimentally affect our mental health. As creatures of habit, humans naturally gravitate toward patterns and routines. The concept of the comfort zone stems from this innate desire for stability and change avoidance. Interestingly, continuous acts of giving can inadvertently lead those we help into their comfort zones. This habitual reliance on our generosity may result in others neglecting their responsibilities, taking for granted that we will be there to fulfill them. This pattern of putting others' needs before our own can have a cascading effect on our well-being. In reality, the anticipated reciprocity may remain unfulfilled, leaving us with a cocktail of negative emotions ranging from bad moods and tiredness to anger and sadness. However, a nuanced perspective suggests that people aren't intentionally letting us down. They are merely prioritizing their own tasks, as they should. The second point elucidates the Stoic philosophy's emphasis on acting in a manner that aligns with goodness and logic, rather than succumbing to external pressures. Striking a balance between generosity and self-preservation becomes crucial in maintaining control over our actions and avoiding habits that might compromise our mental well-being. Stoicism urges us to reflect on the importance of setting limits, putting our own responsibilities first, and living by reason and virtue. Failing to heed this advice may result in running away from internal conflicts, leading us to engage in activities that distract us from our fears and inner turmoil. Consider, for instance, the scenario of spending the weekend alone or returning home each day to an empty house. If engaging in numerous activities serves as a means to escape from oneself, the consequences can be twofold. On one hand, the inevitable confrontation with our true selves becomes inevitable, and on the other, prioritizing others' needs over our own exacerbates the pre-existing bad mood. This is where the crucial importance of self-care emerges. The foundation of a healthy life involves ensuring our own happiness, fulfillment, and well-being before extending a helping hand to others. Using the metaphor of offering a chocolate, it is aptly suggested that one should only give what they have truly enjoyed themselves. Similarly, the act of aiding a friend in cleaning their house should follow the completion of one's own tasks, allowing for personal indulgence in activities such as watching a movie or sipping wine. A notable consequence of continuous acts of kindness is the perception of weakness by others. Stoicism, with its emphasis on strength, self-discipline, and setting limits, advocates for a balanced approach to helping others. Over time, consistently aiding others without boundaries may result in being viewed as an expert in a particular area. Paradoxically, this may lead to perceptions of weakness akin to someone who constantly opposes authority figures. Establishing limits becomes crucial to prevent others from perceiving us as weak and taking advantage of our willingness to help. Refusing to set boundaries may cause people to see us as pushovers, readily available to alleviate them of their responsibilities. The moment we employ the magic word "no," a shift occurs. This sudden assertion of boundaries and limits may evoke an unexpected response from those who once sought our unwavering assistance. In embracing the power of "no," we garner respect and reshape the dynamic of our relationships. However, this strategic use of "no" requires a discerning eye to differentiate between genuine requests and attempts to exploit our generosity. Stoicism teaches us the importance of being wise and discerning, choosing carefully whom we assist with self-control and perspective. This discernment enables us to distinguish between those genuinely in need and those seeking to take advantage, ensuring that our time and energy are invested wisely. A sobering realization is that excessive kindness may attract people seeking to exploit rather than reciprocate. Stoic principles guide us to build relationships based on mutual benefit and genuine connection. People enter our lives because their energies align with ours. However, when excessive giving depletes our energy, we start vibrating at a low frequency. This lower vibrational state attracts individuals with negative energies, those who are opportunistic and seek to take without giving back. The consequence of this is twofold: needy individuals drawn to our low vibrational state, and opportunists who see us as a source to extract from without expressing gratitude. Thus, finding a balance in giving becomes essential to avoid being drained of energy and to attract positive, reciprocal relationships. The Stoics' emphasis on self-discipline to maintain control over actions and choices is particularly relevant when addressing the risk of developing unhealthy habits. The Stoics, in their wisdom, recognized that a lack of discipline in giving could lead to the formation of detrimental habits. The regularity of scarcity in one's life can amplify the need for something, paving the way for addictive behaviors. The Stoics' teachings on calmness and self-control become pertinent here. Shortages, whether emotional or material, can create a void that individuals may attempt to fill through addiction. The observation by someone close to us about excessive drinking, overeating, or gambling serves as a crucial moment for self-reflection. Although the immediate reaction may be defensive, it is imperative to consider the concerns raised by those who care about our well-being. In essence, these individuals are acting as mirrors, reflecting aspects of ourselves that may be obscured by our own challenges. It is an act of care and concern rather than an attempt to criticize. Thus, paying heed to the observations of those who care about us becomes a means of preventing the entrenchment of detrimental habits. The eighth consequence involves making people think twice about our kindness. Stoicism teaches us to do good deeds irrespective of others' opinions, building a positive image grounded in our